All right, let's just jump right in. Did you know that before you even open your mouth, your body has already started a conversation? It's true. It's setting the tone, it's telling people exactly how to see you, and is pretty much deciding if you're going to be taken seriously or just ignored. So today, we're going to decode that silent language.
Just think about those truly masterful speakers, like Gaur Gopal Das. They can own an entire room, they can handle an awkward silence, and they do it not just with their words, but with this rock-solid, confident presence. That's the hidden power we're talking about, and that's what we're going to unlock today.
So that's the big question, isn't it? Because right now, as you're sitting there, your posture, your stance, even the way you walked into the room earlier, it's all sending out signals. Our goal with this explainer is to make absolutely sure you're sending the right signals by breaking down the body language of high-status, super confident people.
Your walk, think of it as your personal movie trailer. It's the very first impression. And you know what they say? You almost never get a second chance at that. It's kind of like how an animal in the wild signals its dominance. Your walk is how you claim your space and project confidence from the second you step into a room.
So let's break this down into 4 simple keys. First, straight posture. A straight back and an open chest don't just look confident, they actually make you feel more powerful. Second, keep your eyes looking forward. It shows you're present, you're aware, not just daydreaming. Third, a natural arm swing. This keeps you from looking all stiff and robotic. And finally, a balanced pace. It tells the world you're calm, you're not in a rush, you are in command.
And here's how easy it is to mess that all up. Slouching? That's pretty much the universal sign of low confidence. Shoving your hands in your pockets? It just makes you look defensive or nervous. And trying way too hard with some kind of exaggerated swagger? Honestly, it usually just looks unnatural. The big takeaway here is that simple, straight, and natural always wins.
Okay, so you've got the walk down. But what happens when you stop moving? Well, your body is still broadcasting messages, loud and clear. How you occupy your space when you're just standing still is every bit as important for projecting authority. And this just lays it all out, crystal clear. On one side, you got the submissive stance. You're basically trying to make yourself smaller, more defensive. Feet are close together, arms are crossed, head is down. Then look at the other side, the dominant stance. You're taking up space. Your feet are shoulder-width apart. Chest is open, head is held high. One looks weak, the other looks grounded, open, and powerful.
Now here's a concept that is a total game changer. Stillness equals confidence. Think about it. Really powerful people are comfortable being still. They don't have to fidget or constantly shift their weight around. All that nervous energy, it just gives away your anxiety, while stillness shows you are calm, grounded, and totally in control of the situation.
So let's talk about what not to do. Crossing your arms, you're literally creating a physical barrier. It makes you look closed off. Shifting your weight from foot to foot, it just screams, I'm impatient. And leaning on things? Yeah, it might feel casual, but a lot of the time, it just looks careless. You want to stand on your own 2 feet.
All right, you've mastered the walk, you've mastered the stance, but all that great work can go right out the window the moment you sit down. Your authority doesn't just switch off when you take a seat. Your posture in that chair can either keep that presence going or just deflate it completely.
So how do you actually command a room from a chair? Well, first off, sit upright. It instantly makes you look more alert, more engaged. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. That projects stability. Keep your hands visible, right? Maintain that open, trustworthy posture. And when somebody's talking, lean in just a little. It sends a really powerful signal that says, I'm listening and what you're saying is important. Now on the flip side, these are the habits that are just going to kill your vibe. Slouching just signals boredom or laziness. Crossing your arms and legs really tightly makes you look defensive. And fidgeting, whether it's tapping a pan or shaking your leg, it just puts all your nervous energy on full display. And leaning way back, it can easily come across as arrogant, like you're not taking things seriously.
Okay, this right here is the final and maybe the most powerful piece of the whole puzzle, your hand gestures. And this isn't just about not fidgeting. This is about actively using your hands to add weight and clarity and impact to what you're saying. I guarantee you every single successful leader you can think of does this, probably without even realizing it.
And here's why this is so unbelievably critical. Get this. Research shows that using the right hand movements can make what you're saying up to 50% more effective. 50%. Just let that sink in. Your hands can literally make your message more powerful.
So here is your practical toolkit of power gestures. You've got the controlled point, which can emphasize a key fact without being aggressive. You've got a sharp, swift, cutting motion that adds seriousness to your words. You can literally use your hands to frame an idea to draw attention to it. And then there's the steeple, just touching your fingertips together. It's a classic sign of someone who is calm, intelligent, and totally in control.
And finally, here's what to avoid with your hands. Clasping them together really tightly just signals anxiety. Hiding your hands? That's a huge red flag for trust. It can make it look like you've got something to hide. Fidgeting, we've talked about it, is just distracting. And gesturing wildly all over the place, it just makes you look uncontrolled. Purposeful, intentional movement is everything.
Okay, so we have covered a ton of ground here. Walking, standing, sitting, hand gestures. It might seem like a lot to keep in your head, but honestly, it all boils down to just a few core principles. Let's wrap this up with a simple blueprint you can start using like today.
See, it all comes down to this. Number 1, occupy your space with confidence. Stand with your feet apart, keep your chest open. Number 2, embrace stillness. It's a sign of power, not weakness. 3, move with intention, not with nervous energy. And finally, number 4, make sure everything you do projects a sense of both openness and calm control. That's it. That's the formula.
So we've given you the tools. We've laid out the framework. You now know how to read that silent language of the body. And more importantly, you know how to start writing your own story, a story of confidence and power. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?